and welcome to Tech Enablers, an engaging and informative series produced by Systems Plus. This series is aimed at shedding light on the crucial role of subject matter experts in driving digital transformation. In today's episode, we are joined by Aparna Balasubramaniam, who is working as a principal consultant on a really interesting retail infrastructure upgradation project for a leading fashion retail company. Hi, Aparna. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi Rashi, it's wonderful to meet you today. Thank you for having me in the Tech Enabler series.
Perfect. So let's kick off this conversation. Can you start us off by providing a brief overview of the retail infra upgrade
Sure.
project?
We all know that it's not just about setting up a shop and walking away in IT. It's about constant upgrade and maintenance of hardware equipment, application software, or the operating systems, right? An infra upgrade project is crucial for enterprises to stay robust, efficient in the fast-paced, evolving realm of IT to facilitate growth and scalability. So that's what this infra upgrade project is all about.
Great, sounds good. So, can you let me know how did the need for infrastructure upgradation and support arise? Like, what were the key requirements of the client? What were they looking for?
Sure. Yeah. So, the client actually was looking for operational efficiency, right? Like in enhancing, excuse me, in enhancing customer experience and also managing cost in the long run. So the idea was to reduce the cost and time without compromising on the quality, while having that flexibility with the number of resources to scale up or scale down, as the project demands. And we were able to reduce the time to roll out by almost like 50%, and we rolled out to 300 plus stores. That helped them staying competitive, and also we help them in facilitating growth and scalability.
Great. So, as you moved into this, what kind of challenges did our team as well as the client side's team face? Like, how you navigate through this entire project?
That's a really good question. So when it comes to challenges, typically, right, we have the SOWs, the statement of work. Those are typically not followed by the third-party techs that were hired by the client. So that's when we step in and we guide them through the process. We help them navigate the whole upgrade process through support calls. And the other challenge that we faced was, the operationally, right? We were working on very tight schedules, working on multiple time zones, and so since the team is really efficient, we had good collaboration. There was seamless syncing and easy handoff. That was great chemistry.
Great. So I think the time zones is actually a very important factor over here. Getting into that, how do you think the client benefited from the offshore infra support? Did the time zones play a role in it? And since it's different time zones, what level of collaboration was involved and how is that level achieved between the two teams?
It's amazing. You thought about the collaboration aspect plays a key role. The time to roll out to production was actually halved. That would be the greatest benefit, I would say. That client achieved from having us support the whole infra upgrade process. The seasoned S plus professionals are able to provide inputs on identifying the gaps in the statement of work. They ask the right kind of questions. They are proactive because they know the whole process. We save time by starting early in the day and completing the upgrades before the store opens. That makes it less stressful on their side. We took advantage of our geographical location, and we provide backups, so there is no stoppage in the project timeline or flow, right? And in terms of collaboration, we always think ourselves as an extension of the client team. We are not somebody who's plugged in from outside. And so we are always messaging real time, and we are taking calls. The client is aware of that, and then when we're solving problems, we're doing it all together. So the level of collaboration is like, it's so seamless, and it's happening in real time during that time zone. So yeah, that's how we achieved the collaboration as well.
That sounds really interesting. Building on that, can you? I'm sure listeners would love to know any specific instances where the in-store infrastructure encountered a significant roadblock that was tackled efficiently and on the go by our offshore team. Any real-time use cases?
Yeah. When you ask about a significant roadblock, I can tell you an instance when the client team had a key resource that was part of the support team, and this key member had to be dropped off of the project due to some personal reasons. This is huge because the schedules are all preset, and we may not have a lot of control on the schedule as is, and so there could be losses incurred. The good thing is. We were able to train our internal resources, S plus resources, in a matter of over the weekend and have them support seamlessly because we create robust training programs for every upgrade. We have a clear set of training procedures. We let the team go through that. We create backup and we create backup for backups to ensure things go fine.
Oh, that's amazing. So we create backup and you create backups for backups. And that should be the tagline for this project, in fact. You did talk about training, which really intrigued me. So apart from technical support, were there any other key aspects that were handled by our team? Training and development, for example. I would love to get into more of that.
Sure. When it comes to adding additional value, we do a review of the statement of work. We serve basically as an advisory, rightly. We run the whole process in our mind. We are able to proactively provide suggestions. Identify gaps in areas where things have been overlooked. And once we go into production, we are able to identify patterns of the text. Who do well. We give some highlights on the issues that reoccur so we can do the correction, course correction as we move on with the project. And we also provide weekly reports with the data, the risks, and the mitigation plans. And in terms of documenting and collecting and organizing of evidences, we go through the whole process and make sure that the rollout is gets to its completion to the fullest.
Great. I would love to get into technicalities. Can you let me know the step-by-step process orientation that's followed for this particular project? Any particular retail infrastructure upgrade that you would like to mention? How many days it took, or something of that kind?
Sure. So we did multiple upgrades, like infra upgrades. I can just pick up one where we did a Wi-Fi upgrade for a retail giant, right? We did the review of the SOW. We identified the gaps. We helped them arrive at a schedule. We helped with the planning of the rollout. We also trained our internal resources on the whole process. Like I said, we have the main team members, and then we have backup team members. We have backups for them as well. And then they go through the training process at any point. We want to make it smooth. We don't want to have any stop, any halt in between. And then we collaborated with the client team to create processes for handling challenges. And then we go and we take the support calls. We walk through the entire upgrade process with the tech who's actually physically available in the store to do the upgrades, right? And then we also, once that is done, we do quality checks and you test the working of the upgrade. And then we work with the store managers, the store ops teams, the internal support team, to make sure the whole procedure gets completed as planned. And then we collect evidences, complete documentation, take it to the finish line. That would be the whole step from start to end.
That's actually quite a well-defined strategy, I'd say. To sort of wrap this up, can you enlist some major differentiators that set our services apart and prepared the client for robust growth and success? Any core KPIs that you can think of?
Oh, sure. So, unlike large corporates that provide rigid support services where scaling up and scaling down of resources, would need months of notice, we provide the ultra flexibility that clients need. They save cost eventually, like I gave in the example just recently. So that is a big differentiator when it comes to Systems Plus. And the time to roll out, I could say the KPI that I could mention as was reduced by 50% by just introducing two resources, and they were able to get it out to production. So we do 2 or 3 upgrades per year, you know, because we save a lot of time with every rollout. And then the other KPI that I'm proud to share is that we have zero issues reported once a quality check is done by the team so far. So that's something I wanted to highlight.
That's amazing. And can you let us know how much is the team composition right now? What kind of people do you have, and how many are working on this particular project?
So right now we have 4 team members. There's two of them who are actually dedicated for the upgrade support, because there's like day-to-day upgrades, like Windows upgrades and stuff that that needs to be taken care of. And then there are spikes in the project itself, that are very specific, that needs physical, someone to be physically available in the stores to perform that. So when those kind of upgrades happen, we support here remotely with two additional resources as the client demanded, and there's four supporting team members that work along with the client teams. There's about 4 of them on the other side as well. So it's a total of 8 resources, and it took about 5 weeks to roll out one of those upgrades for the store within a matter of 5 weeks.
Great, sounds great. Well, this has been an insightful conversation indeed. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share the greatness of the team that I work with. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much.